My father was a Liverpool docker and also a Roman Catholic, but didn't practice his religion. And I was the youngest of, 9. And my father died when I was comparatively young. I was born in a place called Little Italy. It's where the Irish who got off the boats were thrown in there, and when the Italians got off the boats, they were thrown in there. And it helped me to become an internationalist because the Italians, they were speaking socialism, and the Irish give us our militancy. And I'm very proud of my Irish connotations. I'm entitled to an Irish passport, by the way. And my grandmother was an educated Irish person. And she used to tell my brothers about what it was like when they were getting thrown off absentee landlord's land. And the Catholic Church was saying to them, go quietly, go quietly. And she hated that religion for it. And appertaining from that, all my brothers and my sister, we became atheists. And the reason for that, my father always insisted that you've got to know your history. So start with the Bible. And the more I read, and the more I contradictions. And I couldn't believe it. And I recognized from what it was metaphysics. That's what it was. I looked upon religion as an enemy because it divides people. When the Catholics and the Protestants fight in the Orange Lodge, they were getting their empty bellies. That's what religion does here. So I had nothing to do with that. But my man was an avid Catholic. Sucked the outer rails, God love her.
So deep in my heart, you are a part of me. I have got you under my skin. I've tried so not to give in, and I said to myself as it fell, never gonna go so well. Why should I try to resist when I know so well I've got you under my skin?
And I had a brother, John, and John had a fabulous life. He wouldn't go in the Royal Navy, he went in the Merchant Navy. He used to tell me about a young man, because when he was on a trip and he'd come back to Liverpool, he'd go to the Liverpool Trades Council. And he'd come back, and I remember him, he was telling me what it was like. And he'd come across a young man who spoke, and it captivated, and it encapsulated what we believed in pure, out-and-out socialism. And he told me this lad story. But he never ever told me till I was 16. It was like a birthday present. And I said to him, do you know that young man you're always talking about when you come home from seeing you go to... What was his name? He said his name was Tony Mullane. And I loved Tony Mullane from that day on. And he actually, when he moved next door to our John. He was his next door neighbour. And I got to know Tony. I'd go to meetings where he spoke. Everything he was saying was diametric logic. It I'd defy anybody to say, oh no, he's one of the most honest men I've ever met. There's many types of socialism, I'm a humanitarian socialist. I love the human beings. All I ever wanted to do in my life, all I fought for in all my life, I was blacklisted for my beliefs. I was denied entrance into the Labour Party, along with other comrades. But I never gave up. And my friend Tony never gave up. And all unidentified comrades never gave up. To be a socialist, you don't need a card. You need a pair of eyes, ears. That's all you need. And to go around and see what the situation was like. The likes of Kinnock panicked, because I seen the future in 1983 to 84, and it works. The place was electric. They were coming from all over the world, mostly from capitalist countries, and they were invigorated. And my mind went back to what it may have been in the Bolshevik Revolution. 10 Days to Shook the World, John Reed, and all that. And there I was, reliving it, saying, oh, this is great. And then the dark cloud of it was brought down then. Lads being accused of things. We were socialists, and it works.
The autumn wind and the winter wind, they have come and they have gone. And still those days, those lonely days, they go on and on. And guess who sighs? His mother buys 2 nights that never end. My fickle friend, the summer wind, the summer wind, warm summer wind. Yes.
I was coming home from a meeting, be about 7:30. And as you know, the buses then was starting to stop in the Royal Court. So I knew it was 7:30 because all the cleaners had knocked off. So I made my way to my bus stop and I heard this voice singing, a singing voice. And he was slightly inebriated. Now, no matter where you are in the world, wherever, I don't mean that, and someone's had a bevy and they sing, they all sound the same. Yeah, oh, and the cleaner saying, oh, Frankie, police sergeant comes up. Get out. What's going on here? What's going on here? Still singing. Told him to shut up. Yeah. So we moved on. I said, it's all right, lad. I said, I know where he lives. I'll take him home. He said, come on, we'll take the 2 of you home. Well, I knew. So we throw us in the back and we end up in the bride's one, Cheapside. They throw him out and keep me in. He's drunk like. And I could hear him. And when he was thrown out, he was still singing. It was unbelievable. And the acoustics were very echoey. They were brilliant. So we go up the next morning. You were in aviation with us. I'm not guilty. Not guilty. Yes. Stand back at the court. Anyway, the lads were getting up, and women. You drunk in here, how do you play guilty? 30 shillings. £5. That was the top. £5. A lot of money. £5, yeah. So I get called back up. They found the 2 arresting officers in the well of the court. So they said, we bring them in. I said, oh, yes, you can bring them in, sir, yes. So the two of them came in. I said, sir, excuse me, I want one of them outside. And also the bailiff to make sure he's outside while he's giving evidence, corroborating evidence. So, no. You're right to speak now. You're very well, but anyway, according to one policeman, I was arrested outside the Royal Infirmary. And according to his mate, when he came in, I was arrested outside the town hall. So obviously, and then the question of competence comes in, doesn't it? Mr. Hackett, are you killing these police officers liars? I said, no, sir, but they've both been blessed with bad memories. So he said, 30 shillings or 7 days. I said, I'll take the 7 days. He said, no, you won't. You pay the fine. I said, I'm not paying the fine. Whereupon, they got up, left it. No one was around. No one approached me, so I went, walked out, never paid that. Most probably when this goes out. Didn't come. And if that adds up to the interest on that 30 bob for 28 years. But